Hi guys, back with another Drift Cars JP video. Today I'm going to just show you a real quick video on how to stiffen up your engine mounts. Now I've already pulled the engine mount out on my fn2, but the way you need to do it, you need to drop the plastics off here, undo the two 17mm that hold this bracket, 17mm bolt through there, which is your where your actual engine mount mounts, and then you've got three 17mm here. So this is where your engine mount sits up there on the gearbox and engine there, like that. So what we're trying to get rid of is, see how soft these are. This one's not actually broken, but you can see it's got such a tiny little amount of meat in between the rubber and the actual housing. So we're getting a fair bit of movement back and forth in the engine base. So what we're going to do, we're going to use this Sikaflex. Now this is the type you've got to get, which is 252, which is, it's called high strength structural adhesive sealant. It's for like bus doors and things like that. So you need to get this, put it out in the sun, because you won't be able to squeeze it out of the tube. It's like hard as to get out if it's cold. So either warm it up in some way, put it next to your heater or something like that for an hour or something like that. Not till it's like boiling hot, but just warm the thing up till it's like at about sort of 30 or 40 degrees sort of thing. And now what you need to do is clean this up. Now my best advice for this is to go and chuck it in the dishwasher and do a full cycle. So we'll take that inside and throw it in the dishwasher. So just throw your regular powder in your dishwasher. Make sure your wife's not at home, and then just chuck this in. It doesn't matter where it goes, just throw it in, probably like on one side in particular, so it gets a good sort of spray up through there. Put it on your heaviest wash, put it in and go. Nice and clean. Now once you've got it out of the dishwasher, just give it a bit of a clean, just with some wax and grease remover, just to clean up inside where we're going to be putting the sealant. So just give it a bit of a clean, just get, so it gives it, like, you can still, even though it's been in the dishwasher, you can still see how much dirt's coming off the mount. So get stuck in there on both sides, and once that's dry, we're ready to put our sealant in there. Okay, make sure you get it all dry too. We don't want it to be wet. If it's wet, it's not going to dry properly. So you might need to just let it sit for 10 minutes after doing this. And otherwise you've got it sort of sitting in your vise. Like you can see how much movement's in this this rubber. It's just because the thing's probably old, but it's up to you. You can spend $500 or $600 on some polyurethane mounts or some nolethane mounts, but this thing, doing this like this, just works just the same, eh? So what we need to do is you just got to fill it all up. So you want to make sure you get it right down inside. I'm going to fill the entire area up with this stuff. Now this stuff takes around probably about 3 days till it's fully cured. So you don't want to drive your car for at least that sort of amount of time. So you can put it back in, but you don't want to drive the thing. So we'll squeeze as much as of it in there. This stuff's pretty hard to push out of the container. That's why you need to leave it out in the sun for the day. So once you've filled that side up, you can just smooth it out. It just helps it compress it down a little bit. So if you just smooth it out to the sides, helps push everything in together. This is a bit messy. I don't have any gloves. I would normally put gloves on, but I haven't been to the shops to buy any, so we'll try not to get it on my hands. So once it's sort of looking like that, nice and sort of smooth, we'll go over and we'll do the other side. So we'll do exactly the same to the other side. We don't need to show you that. And now, like I said, you've got to leave this for probably a good 2 days to let it fully cure, and then you're in business. So it'll make the car vibrate. Obviously it'll be a lot more solid than what your factory engine mounts were, but if you're using it for track use or anything like that, that's what you sort of want. So now this is sat for probably about 12 and a half, 14 hours or so. You can see how much stiffer it is already, and it's not even, it's still soft. and this stuff will go pretty hard once it's actually set up, but that's enough for me now to actually go and put the thing back in the car, and then I'll leave it sit in the car for another few days before I drive it. Like I said, that's a pretty cheap way of doing your engine mounts. That stuff's about 35 bucks from Bunnings or any sort of local hardware store. So yeah, so thanks for watching. I hope that video sort of helps you out. And you can do that with any car, any sort of front wheel drive car. Always do the front mount on it, because they're always the ones that break, and they cost you like 150 bucks something for a factory one, and they're just as weak, especially if you're going to track the car and drive it pretty hard. Now, I've actually entered the Honda in a race. It's going in the White Line Tarmac Rally Series on the 17th of November, so stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see how the thing actually goes in a proper competition up against, it's going to be in other cars in the 2-litre class, so which is a non-turbo class, so, and front or rear wheel drive is what it competes in. So anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. If not, we'll see you on the next video. See you later.